For today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Kid and I, we had gotten some outdoor lights, some other outdoor lights at Sam's Club. It's been a while back.
Yeah.
And so Kid put them up tonight.
She's been
outside.
asking the lights she's been asking me to put up for months.
Oh.
Finally are up, and they're bright.
The porch looks like a Mexican restaurant, the patio of a Mexican restaurant.
Or just yeah.
I mean, it was bright.
I had to unplug them. And my window's right beside the porch, so it's like it's shining right in on me.
So, yeah, he unhooked the porch lights and lit the tiki torches. Mm-hmm. Real fire is always best. And it's like our buddy Omega he got one of the brush burners, one of the propane brush burners.
He did. It's so cool.
It's so cool. He and Kid is fire.
Yeah. Light shit up and being able to burn shit freely.
Yeah.
Relatively freely.
But now, as far as burning brush, and we had tree stumps that you all, well, he did the one tree stump that, those things have been there forever.
The bushes,
but especially the ditch line, and to just burn all that, because it has been a problem for a very long time.
You should look at the next time you drive by, look real closely at that ditch line.
Okay, I will do that. You had fun with that, didn't you?
I did. My hands started cramping, though, and they're still not back to normal. I'm still twitching.
But I'm like, you've got improper footwear on. And
did I get burnt?
It was just a matter of
did I get burnt?
You can prevent a problem, do so.
Did I get burnt?
I am a fan of OSHA. I really am.
Mama, I'm more likely to burn the shit out of myself with hot glue.
Well, he did do that.
It's still healing up.
I mean, he burnt a huge blister.
It turned into a crater in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because hot glue, that's when you're crafting with that stuff,
that's like napalm.
It is. I mean, it sticks and it keeps on burning, and it's just ridiculous. Something else that's ridiculous.
The lights.
Since we have the lights, I can go out. It'll be the first time in a very long period of time I can go out on the porch in darkness and smoke.
Nah, I'd like to see if there's a possum or a raccoon coming up to my feet.
Well, I mean, as far as the porch, I mean, we've still got lights here in the living room, so it's not totally pitch dark. Although I have gone out there in the total pitch dark before.
Uh-huh.
That's why I do not want Bigfoot sitting on the porch.
Also, speaking of weird shit, cryptids, birds.
Yeah, the birds. We have been having birds that usually sing during the day and have been singing here at night in abnormal times. And Kid had gone on TikTok, and it's happening other places.
Yeah.
So don't know what's up with that. And even if it were a matter of magnetic field shift, that has nothing to do with light and dark as far as sun.
Exactly. These are day birds.
Yeah, they're day birds that have been going on at night. It was weird. And it was for several nights in a row. They're not doing it tonight. Not so
yet.
Far.
Not yet. It's not 12.
Right. Yeah, they about 11 or 12, and then until about 3 o'clock in the morning. Weird.
It's weird. It's creepy.
It is weird. But something else that's weird, and this is a cautionary tale. Read the fine print. Think about things before you sign things, always. And this comes from Daily Mail and is by Miriam Kuepper. And that was June 14th of 2024. The stars of the Blair Witch Project.
Which one?
The original.
Okay.
The original one.
Good.
We're struggling to get by after getting paid just $500 a week to film the horror classic that ended up grossing nearly $250 million worldwide.
What? What? They got the piss scared out of them for realsies, and they only got paid $500 a week?
Yes, it says the Blair Witch Project redefined horror movies when it became a huge unexpected hit upon its release in 1999, raking in $284.6 million at the box office on the tiny budget of only $60,000. And when it came out, it was just like, there was nothing else like it.
No. It's a good movie.
It is still a good movie. I refuse to watch the remake. Refuse. Because I just don't. And it says, the film follows the disappearance of 3 student filmmakers in the woods near Burkittsville, Maryland, while shooting a documentary on the local legend known as the Blair Witch. And it starred Heather Donahue, Michael Williams, and Joshua Leonard playing fictionalized versions of themselves using their real names. The actors shot nearly all of the footage shown in the film themselves. They only got paid $500 a week for their work on the film, while with filming lasting only 8 days. And when the film grossed $100 million, they only received a fruit basket for their contributions.
Do what now?
Yeah.
No. You scared the piss out of those.
They traumatized them.
Yeah.
They really did.
And you only dare, after making that much money, you give them a fucking fruit basket.
Yeah.
That's a slap in the face.
Totally. And it says a pioneering promotional campaign saw it become the first widely released movie marketed primarily by internet, with the film's website boasting fake police reports and newsreel style interviews.
Yeah.
It was
Did you see
so cool. Yes.
The website's still up, but it's because Flash is no longer a thing.
Right.
It's not functional anymore.
And you didn't know whether it was so or not. No, it was the first of its kind.
It looked legit.
It did. It blurred the lines.
It was the first real ARG. Alternate reality game or augmented universe.
Yeah. And it says, despite the film making millions, the actors profited little of that success and even had to spend several months after the film's release laying low as part of the marketing campaign to make fans believe they were actually missing and presumed dead like the movie alleged. So that... All right, did they continue to get their $500 a week after that?
Right.
And it says Donahue even had to issue a statement to the New York Times that she was still alive after someone marked her as deceased on IMDb, negatively impacting her career. Leonard went on to claim that after the movie's original distributor, Artisan, boasted about having the most profitable independent film ever, they told the cast that they were actually losing money from marketing expenses, so we might wind up owing them money. Oh, that's shitty.
That is shitty.
That is just ridiculous. And the 3 actors were forced to take on odd jobs to pay their bills while the film broke records and raked in millions.
Tell me at some point they got their money.
Artisan Entertainment, the company that bought the rights to the film for less than $2 million, allegedly barred the publicist Donahue, barred the publicist Donahue hired for booking her interviews and criticized Leonard for taking on another role. In an interview with Variety, the actors said that when the film broke $100 million, they thought their payday for filming and improvising the movie would finally come, but they only received the fruit basket from Artisan. And the actors, who were in their early 20s when they filmed the Blair Witch Project, are still hoping to get some of the profits from the movie they said that they were cheated out of. Williams, now a high school guidance counselor, said he didn't think much of it when he signed the contract for the film that stated he would have to use his real name for the character, and was even excited at the prospect of being paid for his work, even if it was only $500 a week. And he had stated, he told Variety, quote, I did a lot of work for no pay. They said paid, so you're like, oh, maybe I can be a professional, end quote. The contract also stated that the actors would be given 1% participation in profits in excess of $1 million, which Donahue said at the time seemed ridiculous. The film brought in way more than just $1 million in profits, but the 1% profit the actors were entitled to was little pay, especially considering that their real names were so closely tied to the project. They struggled to find other roles, as they say casting directors didn't take them seriously. I don't know why. Because, damn, that was such a good movie.
Yeah.
It says money was tight, and Donahue, who is now a farmer who's now a farmer for medical marijuana. Sorry, that's still funny.
That is funny.
It'd be a weed farmer. It's a legal weed farmer.
Make
now,
that coin.
Absolutely.
Make that coin. You're probably getting paid more with that than you did for the film.
Yeah, said that she was still working a temp job when her car broke down one day, right underneath a billboard with her face on it. And she said, I had an interview with the Philadelphia Inquirer where I said something like, I'm the poorest famous person in America right now. Artisan, I think is how you pronounce it, reached out to tell me I can't say that, end quote.
Why?
Because they didn't want the people to know that they screwed these kids over.
Oh, well. You screwed them over. It's going to come out to the light.
Yeah. It says, meanwhile, Williams took on
Give
a
them
job
their money
as a mover to pay the bills, and Leonard ended up serving food to his own agent at a catering gig, all while they were appearing on magazine covers and TV shows due to the film's success. Williams tearfully told Variety, quote, I'm embarrassed that I let this happen to me because everybody's wondering what happened and your wife is in the grocery line and she can't pay because a check bounced. You're in the most successful independent movie of all time and you can't take care of your loved ones, end quote. That's
some
just
shit.
Ridiculous. And it says, months after the film's release, the trio got a performance bump in the low 5 figures, while Lionsgate, which bought Artisan, kept raking in money from using the actors' names and likenesses in their marketing material and even in sequels. And Donahue, Williams, and Leonard sued Artisan in 2002 and were due to be paid a $300,000 settlement each, a meager sum considering that production company Hexon earned somewhere between $35 million and $40 million on the movie, according to the New York Times. Since they used their real names in the movie, Leonard, who still works as an actor and filmmaker, who recently wrote on social media that, quote, the studio claimed copyright, added that we had to take them to federal court to win our names back, end quote. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is shit.
That is totally ridiculous.
But that's like artist names. If you, for example, singers, stuff
Prince.
like that.
Prince went through that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They own your stage name.
And Leonard explained that although it was previously reported that they were paid out $4 million in the lawsuit, they only actually received $300,000 and never saw another dime. And he added, quote, after buying a car and paying off his student loans, Mike was back moving furniture within 12 months of the release while still on magazine covers. There are many factors that made BWP a success, Blair Witch Project, a success, timing, marketing, etc. But there was also the fact that us weirdos got together and with virtually no resources and made a film that worked. Can we just go on record and say that the film itself is a huge part of why we're still talking about it 25 years later, end quote. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And it's so shitty that companies do this. It's like, and it doesn't matter what company it is. Film, food, makeup. That's like there was this beauty influencer years ago. She's still around. Nikki Tutorials. I watch her.
Yes, I remember.
Love her. She's a sweetheart. She's a Pisces, of course. She's a sweetheart. She had to deal with Two-Face. And she got maybe $50K out of that. The company made millions. Millions.
That is so
and it
wrong.
was a flat fee.
That is so wrong.
Company made millions with her face. Promoting the product.
And Leonard continued, quote, I'm so proud of our little punk rock movie, and I love the fans who keep the flames burning. But at this point, it's 25 years of disrespect from the folks who've pocketed the lion's share, pun intended, of the profits from our work. And that feels both icky and classless, end quote.
It is.
I don't know that I would have used the word icky.
No, it is. That's major ick. That's like, y'all are scumbags. Y'all are just...
Yeah. And Donahue, who has changed her name to Ray Hance, I think is how you say it, since making the movie, shared the post to her Instagram story in support. Williams also shared to his story, writing, y'all want to see some shit? It says some others told that he loved other ones. And it was announced in April that Lionsgate, alongside Blumhouse producer Jason Blum, he's the one who did Paranormal Activity, Halloween Ends, Five Nights at Freddy's, were working on a new generation of the Blair Witch. Following the announcement, the actors wrote a public letter to Lionsgate last month asking them to make residual payments to them equivalent to the sum that would have been allotted through SAG, AFTRA, whatever, had we had proper union or legal representation when the film was made, end quote. They also asked for meaningful consultation for any future Blair Witch movies that would use their names or likenesses. In addition, they requested an annual grant of $60,000, which was the budget for the Blair Witch Project's original movie, to be paid out to unknown filmmakers by Lionsgate. The trio hopes that young actors don't do what we did and that they can inflict a change so that it doesn't happen to other young actors. And Williams said, quote, giant corporations don't care that this happens to young artists. It's bullshit, and that's got to change somehow, end quote. And, that's just ridiculous because it was just... It was monumental. It changed so much in the film industry.
It revolutionized an entire film genre.
It did.
It kickstarted an entire film genre.
The found footage, which is still being done. It's being done in, even as far as game design. It has just become part of the culture.
It has.
And that these people who, started this had this stuff stolen from them. And it's ridiculous. And yes, they were
It's
young.
more than ridiculous.
They were taken advantage of by these companies. And it's just wrong. But it's not like some of these...
Always get a lawyer to scan over contracts.
Always. I mean, it's one of those that they just... I'm sure that they didn't realize it was going to have that much success. And the film industry is notoriously sleazy. It is notorious for destroying people, chewing them up and spitting them out because that these people are product. But 25 years later, and the absurdity of, we paid you $500. Here's a fruit basket. And it's like, hey, I would stuff the fruit basket up your ass. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I would like to think that these people at some point, I would like to think they would get some justice.
Give them their money.
Give them their money. And as far as their names and different things like that, and should they be included in other sequels and stuff, absolutely. It was their art. It was their work that these other people have benefited from. So that was kind of a shocking story, and it was really sad.
How long ago did this...
25 years.
No, did this article come out?
Today.
Oh, it came out today?
Yes.
Good.
So
with this new generation, they'll make sure they get their money.
I hope so. I hope so, because like I said, it was, when I first saw it, it was like, oh, what is this? What is this? And I have gone back and have watched it multiple times since then, and I always find out something new. And it is just this psychological horror, and there are still a lot of Hitchcock-esque elements to it. Mm-hmm. And don't want to be a spoiler for those of you who have not watched it or haven't watched it in a while. Like when they find the little bundle of things there in the log, and you're like, what is that? What is that in that? Is that a tooth? What is that? And you
there
honestly,
was teeth in it.
would have to stop that frame to truly examine what it was.
Do you know how hard that is to do on VHS?
Exactly. But it was also one of those, the fact that you didn't know, that made it more frightening.
Yeah.
And when dude was standing there in the corner, and all those little baby handprints all over the wall, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
It is. It truly is.
And it stands the test of time. I mean, it could have, I'm sure there's some equipment that you're like, yeah, that's antiquated and this and that and the other. But the storyline itself, these kids going out in the woods, and that they didn't understand woods, mountains. They were not prepared for this trip.
Right.
That happens daily.
Yeah. Yeah. How many stories do we hear of people getting trapped up on a mountain somewhere because they were ill prepared?
Right. Absolutely. Do not go up in the mountains and stuff unless you know what you're doing.
Those mountains will eat you alive.
They will eat you up. They will eat you up. But I do hope that these folks get justice. I really do.
Give them their money.
Yeah.
Y'all, at this point, that money that y'all has screwed them over, it has racked up. You owe them big money.
Yeah.
Big money.
Yeah. And to think that this man, that they didn't hear his face, they're profiting everywhere over their images and stuff, and
they
that he can't afford groceries.
They filmed the shit themselves. They had to act. They got traumatized. Mm-hmm. Give them their money.
Yes. I mean, like I said, it has become...
They did all the work. Y'all did jack shit. Y'all just scared them.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the marketing and stuff like that. But without them, they would have been nothing to market. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I know that Hollywood does not understand the word decency in any conceivable way. But I'm hoping that this is one of... Use the internets and the social medias for the powers of good, and that people need to go to these film companies and go, pay these people.
Yeah.
Pay these people. They deserve they deserve that for the work and stuff. And
title of the video, give them their money.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they deserve it. They helped change film and the horror genre and created a new genre that is worthy of a few dollars and not a fucking fruit basket. That was just insulting. That was insulting.
They should have never mind. I can't say that on YouTube. Can't say that on
Anyhow, final thoughts, kid.
I got my thoughts. I can't speak them. I cannot speak them.
He's censoring himself, and that's probably a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get you yeeted off because
I don't want to be yeeted again. But anyhow, if it happens, it happens. So if you've had,
I got banned from TikTok Live because of my mouth. I don't want to.
That's sad. Everybody should have the right to speak. Whatever. That's the whole thing of freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. And that's under attack right now. If y'all ain't noticed, that is massively under attack right now. So, with balls in our court, what are we going to do? If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptid, tinfoil hats, if you would like to share your experiences about the Blair Witch Project, you can put that in the comments, or you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Do you know any other film companies that have screwed over actors?
Oh, everyone. I'd say that everyone.
Judy Garland. She got screwed over and abused majorly.
Oh,
filming
yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Yeah, there's horror stories of just lots and lots of films. Lots of films. Wasn't it in The Birds that, what was her name? Was it
Oh,
Hedy
Tippi
Lamar?
Hedren.
Oh, okay.
Tippi Hedren. Like, she full on had a fear of birds. And they shoved her in a room filled with them.
birds.
And told her, no, you're not. They're going to be fake birds, all that. And you'll just have to act and stuff like that. We'll just throw them at you. You had to act. No, they were real live birds flying at her.
So
hitting her face.
That was actual. That was real.
That was genuine trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genuine fear that we all watched.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And a lot of times the audience has no clue either.
No, they think it's all fake.
Well, that was just like in Poltergeist when they had used real corpses. That's always interesting.
Yeah,
And that there were strange things that happened on the set. Wonder why.
Hollywood is a shitty place.
It is. Truly. And we're finding out daily how bad it has been. But that is one of the things that independent filmmakers don't have to rely on those people anymore.
Well, no, that's like YouTube. YouTube as well. How many people have made their own movies
Well,
and
quite a
posted them
few.
on YouTube?
Quite a few. Quite a
And
few.
they have developed, like you said, into these independent film companies.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like as far as the game developers and stuff like that. And now that Steam and some of these different places, they don't have to go through the big corporations and stuff.
No.
People can create a video game, put it on Steam, and people play the game.
But even on that, there's this game released. It was a Asian game of some sort that was released on Steam and other platforms. And full on, the company told Valve to take it down. Take it down. That was that thing that had whoever it was compared to Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
It just has
Xi.
a placeholder texture.
Yeah.
Honestly, being compared to Winnie the Pooh, that's not bad.
Did they take it down?
The company got shut down.
Wow. Well, yeah, I guess if you go
The game
against
did not
the
just
government of China, that sort of has a tendency to do that.
The game did not just get removed. The whole company got shut down and banned.
Wow. Phew. Anyhow.
And it was a damn good game.
Yeah. Well, we will put the link to the article there in the description box, and you can let us know. But yeah, let's try to, as far as social media, and get these companies to
These people,
yeah,
do not have that much power.
not anymore. Not anymore. But these folks deserve to be paid for the work that they did.
Give them their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads of your daily uploads. Yeah. You can upload too, and I'll watch them. Give them their money.
Mm-hmm.
Check her out on BitChute and Rumble. Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. Rolanda, COCWS. Do not let... I'm still running on this. Okay. Do not let these companies get away with the bullshit that they try to pull.
Don't let any company
Don't let
get
them
away
silence
with bullshit. Yeah, it's like speak out. Speak out. While you can, speak out.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what if you signed an NDA, screw the NDA. It only goes so far.
Well, yeah, and I think that people are going back and reevaluating this thing about NDA, that because there's been so much hoopla about that and how that is being abused. So there are some changes to the laws. Check with your state.
Run it by a lawyer.
I'll run it by a lawyer. God, I'm not a fan of them. I know there's some good attorneys out there, but it's just, no. They're few and far between. Very, very far between.
Mm-hmm.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
Hold these people accountable.
Yeah. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye.